Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't know why this is being reported as news because it's something that goes without saying, and that is Speaker Johnson, a Republican, reveals $17 billion Israel aid bill. Says Senate will no longer have excuses. Believe me, it won't have any. So, I don't know why. I mean, I had no doubt, Fox News. I had no doubt that this will happen. I don't know why this is news. I mean, we knew that it will happen. I mean, I'm surprised that only $17 billion. Now, $17 billion is the first tranche, or is just the beginning, I'm guessing, right? He called Democrats' opposition to his initial bill misguided. Wow, the Democrats opposed. Why? They don't want to be elected again in the U.S. House of Representatives? Are they crazy? Speaker Mike Johnson, Republican of L.A., Louisiana, what is that? Is putting legislation on the House floor next week to give Israel $17.6 billion in emergency funding. Emergency funding. It's there been an emergency for what? 4 months now? That's an emergency? So Israel is in an emergency after 4 months of obviously destroying those guys over there, the Hamas. What's the emergency? I don't see it. Holy moly, man. The timing is notable given that Senate and White House negotiators are expected to release legislative text this weekend for a border security compromise in addition to President Biden's $106 billion supplemental funding request for Ukraine, Israel, humanitarian causes, and other issues. So that this is just like a pay down, or just an extra, just a a tease, a foreplay. Is it the foreplay? And then the real pounding starts later? I guess so. And we are at the receiving end, my friends. It's not like a joyful pounding over there. In a letter sent to Republican colleagues on Saturday, Johnson criticized the House GOP majority's exclusion from those talks and argued they were not moving fast enough to help Israel in its war against Hamas. My God. Let's go to the next article here, coming from another garbage, The Guardian. U.S. House to vote next week on standalone $17.6 billion bill for aid, emergency aid, my friends, to Israel, because Israel is in an emergency right now. Speaker Mike Johnson is pushing for the package without addressing aid to Ukraine or security for the U.S.-Mexican border. First, this bill, whatever, should not be mixed with garbage. So garbage, one kind of garbage from someone should not be put together with someone else's garbage. So this kind of shit should not be put together with this kind of shit, because you're going to get a different kind of smell shit. So keep the Israel thing over there. Keep the Ukraine thing over there. See how I used the thing now? And the border thing, I don't even know why there's a debate on the border. They should be going like without saying, honey, do we keep the door unlocked at the house tonight, or we let it locked or unlocked? What do you think? Well, I don't know. Oh, I think we should lock it. No, I think we should unlock it. Do you think that any kind of conversation goes in any fucking family? Lock the door. Or let me sleep with it under my pillow. Under my pillow. That's what I meant if you saw it. So let's go back to this article. I don't think it's going to say anything else. The U.S. House of Representatives planned to vote next week to advance $17.6 billion in military aid to Israel without any accompanying spending cuts or assistance for Ukraine. Well, this is the emergency. Israel is the emergency, not anything else. Oh, the Democratic Senate leader, Chuck Schumer, he's Jewish, just a coincidence, has said he would prefer to work on an overall package that aids Ukraine in the face of Russian aggression, as well as Israel, and includes a set of new immigration curbs. This is just smokescreen. That's what it is. He doesn't give a fuck. back Schumer, if anybody votes for that or that, as long as the emergency thing is done, then we can discuss everything else. But like, we got our bases covered, boom, right there. And then Israel, and then Ukraine again should be covered because we got Zelensky Stein, we got Zmihal Stein, we got Reznikov Stein is gone, but we have Yermak Stein. So obviously Schumer Stein have to help of all these guys together with Schaap Stein from Great Britain, the defense minister of your fucking country. But hey, we got our things here, you got your things over there. But just a coincidence. How many Romanians have you found like that? Defense minister, secretary of state, presidents in other countries. Name me fucking one. Even the Romanians don't have a Romanian, let's put it, president. He's of German origin. He's German. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't understand this. Why always foreigners seem to be better to the natives than the natives themselves running their countries? I wonder why. You know why? Maybe because they could be controlled better and they wouldn't give a shit if they would, let's say, send the military against the population, since they're not part of it, kind of, you know what I mean? So let's say you have a Iranian president in Israel, or the defense minister of Israel, Iranian, and then you have, let's say, the chief of Mossad, again, an Iranian, and let's say the population, the Jewish population in Israel, in the Jewish state, says, God damn it, we don't like this kind of thing, we don't like this policy, we don't like this law, we don't like the policies, we're going to rise up, man, and pick up arms, or they already have them, more than we have them. Somehow they can have automatic weapons at home, full automatic war machines, not like a military style AR-15. No, they have them, but we can't. Why? Because they are under threat with... Is that what it is? Well, I don't know. You think about it. Anyway, so let's say this guy said, we're going to do an uprising. And then you have all these guys that I mentioned, the Iranians in charge of the Jewish state, saying, well, military, yes, go and curb the protest. They will have no problem to be shooting if they want. Why? For the obvious reasons. I know this from Romania, and I will tell you this is not a practice that happens only in Romania. These guys controlled, in the communist times, these guys being the guys from outside, I'm not going to get into it, not the Russians, the guys in charge of Soviet Union, and they were not Russian. So when they came in Romania and they placed different kind of leaders in Romania, they were not Romanians, they were not Russian. They were, I know, Trotsky, Stein, and all those kind of things. And look at Anna Pauker, for instance, Walter Roman. These guys were, and many others, they were brought. Why? And chief of polices and all, they put always, not from the majority, but from the minorities. Why? Because the minority will have no problem to order, no problem. But one of the majority will have a problem saying, well, these are my people, actually. But a guy who just showed up and said, who are these fuckers? It's easier to follow orders like that than being part of the main population. And yes, they did exactly that. They put in control and decision makers. They put these guys that didn't have any problem to give the order to go and get into your house, get your dad taken to the canal and work over there, or just shot at the side of the road, or put in prison. Why? They were not Romanians. They didn't give a fuck. On the contrary, some of them hated those Romanians. So for them it was like, whew, I'm in charge, I'm gonna fuck all of them up. But if you don't know history, you don't put things. Now, I'm not saying these guys will do that, obviously, but just think about it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. No surprise with this $17.6 billion whatsoever. Give them more. I would say give them the whole budget. Why not? After all. Well, shit. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.